My golfing career started back in 1991 when I was made an apprentice professional at Woodhill Country Club, working for the legendary Phil Simmons, who was the head pro at the golf club at the time. I was fortunate enough to get the job at Germiston as an assistant through a very good friend of mine who I grew up with, and he knew that Phil was looking for an assistant, and that's where it all started back in 1991. The job at Germiston was very interesting. Learning from a mentor, club professional like Phil, I was very fortunate in the fact that Phil was a very good player as well as a good businessman. And so I was very lucky to learn both sets of skills in terms of my playing ability and hone my skills that were very average to a tour player level during the time of my apprenticeship. So what happened in the end, that once I qualified and completed my apprenticeship, I had a very big desire to go and play on the circuit at the time, which is what I did, and it wasn't long after I qualified I decided to leave Germiston as the apprentice and take my clubs and go and become a Sunshine Tour player. In those days it wasn't the Sunshine Tour, but on the main tour. You know, I was originally appointed a board member in 2005, and in the first few years it was very enlightening for me to see how the PGA worked and things that we did in those days. But when I look back now and the current position of the PGA, even though I'm the elected chairman, I think what holistically we need to look at is the success of the PGA now, and you know, in terms of the financial swing around from where we were in 3 years ago, where we lost a lot of money due to a fraudulent accounting. We basically have turned the business around completely, and I've been a firm believer in installing proper corporate governance procedures, which sounds very generic, but unfortunately we didn't have enough protocols in place to manage the business efficiently. And not only that, is our communication avenues and getting to the member, the grassroots of golf in this country, about getting the game to the people, we were severely lacking. So I saw that as a weakness and addressed those areas of concern, along with the support of the board from the different regions, and collectively we drew from all of our experiences and lessons that we've learned in the industry to consolidate the PGA as an association. I love golf. In fact, I'm a sportsman. I can play any sport. I'm lucky in that respect. So I like all sports. I watch TV. I watch sport all the time. And as you know, I enjoy cycling and a couple of other things that I do. But golf, essentially, for me, is so amazing because you can meet so many different people in golf. From and it doesn't matter who you are. When you get on the golf course and you play golf, he could be the most highest powered businessman. And when you play golf, you all play at the same level. Whether I'm a pro golfer and you're a 20 handicap, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, we're out there, we're spending 5 hours together on the course, we're having a laugh, we're having a good time, we're enjoying the beautiful surroundings. South Africa's blessed with so many wonderful, beautiful golf courses that you're so blessed to go and play. And for me, the establishing relationships part is the key element that I've been lucky to have. I'm approachable. I like to believe I'm approachable, but I'm certainly open-minded. I'm a good listener. I'm very patient with people, and essentially I try and get close to people by understanding them and what makes them tick. And that's what really works for me in terms of my own business, my business in the PGA, my business, of course, as a golf director at a club, understanding what the members are looking for and trying to deliver. And I've been very lucky that I've had some mentors that have really shown me many things. People like Jeff Claus, people like Dale Hayes, people like Dave Usendorf. I've probably left so many guys out, but there are many people that I've learned from that are relationship specialists. and I've tried to understand what they do, how they do it effectively, and how can I implement for myself in terms of business, golf directorship, and of course chairman of the PGA. Business highlights, I would have to say the fact that I have a very well stocked pro shop. I strive in the service area. You know, we do what we can for our client base. We might not have the stock that a person might want, but we make sure we try and get it for them. We establish relationships. I install that in my apprentices. You need to establish relationships with your clientele, your members, and of course visitors that frequent your club. Your members are your VVIPs. They're the guys you really need to look after, because essentially they come to the golf club in their downtime and come here to relax and want to be made to feel special. And so I'm really very intent on that part. And from a business perspective, it pays dividends if you're giving your members the support and the service they deserve. That way, in return, they support you. And most importantly, your pricing, if you're the same price as the off-course golf discounters, which you can do if you're running your business efficiently, you'll have absolutely no problem in getting their support. They'd want to support their PGA profession. My favorite golf course in the world that I've actually played is a course called Wolf Run in Indianapolis. The golf course itself is no less than perfect at Augusta National's Masters quality 80% of the year. Now, playing on this golf course, the course record was 69, funnily enough shot by Scott Dunlap. But I just can't tell you how this course was. It was just unbelievable. From the first tee shot to the last putt on the last green, it was just so memorable, and probably the best conditioned, toughest, impressive golf course I've ever put my feet on in my life. So Wolf Run, for me, best course I've ever played. Yeah, that's a tough question. I would have to say, but not really. It would have to be my very good friend Langley Perrins, Dave Usendorf, and Stephen Shearer, who used to have a lot of money games many years ago when we were all playing on the circuit and establishing ourselves in the club pro business, but not really. That would just be to cover myself. But I would really like to play 18 holes with Tiger Woods, obviously because of who he is and what he does for the game. Arnold Palmer, for me, an absolute legend in the golfing industry, and Jack Nicklaus. That would be my dream four ball.